everybody, Dr. Urban, back to talk to you about some summer research, the ways to keep your summer research possibilities organized. So in the previous video, I showed you how to search on a website called Pathways to Science. So if you haven't looked at that, this form isn't going to make any sense. As well, if you'd like to reach out to me via email, I will literally send you this Word doc. Otherwise, you can develop this for yourself. So the big picture here is how do I stay organized? I was looking at Pathways to Science, or this other site that I found for summer research, and there's so many different programs with so many different titles and so many different places with different amounts for the stipend and different due dates. How do I figure out what I would even want to do? So I invented this form called Help Us Help Y'all. It is sort of a phrase that is adjacent to a phrase in a movie I enjoyed, where one of the characters in the movie is begging the other one to help them. So help us help y'all. And so what, again, you've done is you've already spent a ton of time on Pathways to Science, and you found a bunch of programs that you think you'd like to apply to. Some are in biology or genetics or material science or ecology or fishery science. And you have sort of a list. You found your list, and now you want to stay organized so that you can apply to all of them at the right time. So what you're going to do, it's quite simple. I mean, you can do it on this form if you like to write by hand or type it in. You can also build this into an Excel file, which actually might be easier for more people, or some kind of other spreadsheet file. But you're going to need to write the school that's governing this or the organization. So if it's, again, there are companies that actually run these. So write down the name of whoever is the governing body of it. That'll be in the title. As well, if there is another title, so it can be at the University of Florida, but it's this particular program. Because like I said in the previous video, at large institutions, there'll be multiple programs going on at the same time. So what is the actual name of the program? And that would put that on a separate line. I have it listed here on that line. So put the school or the location, and then the location, physical location in the country. So is this in Omaha, Nebraska? Is this in Birmingham, Alabama? Where is this? If there's a department and program name, again, this will vary depending on what we're talking about. So is the program the such and such a program that's at 5 different institutions, or is this here's the name of the program in the Department of Biochemistry, the Department of Biological Sciences, the Department of Biology? Work to figure out what these words are. This will help you also when you're going to apply to graduate programs, because the names vary. Again, you've done all this work, you've gotten on Pathways to Science, and you found about 20 that you want to apply to, which is a good number. So organize the info for which one is which. If they ask you to rank locations, again, if it's a multi-site project or program, or list which ones would be best. You'd like to work at the one at this institution, and then the second choice would be at this place over here, and your third place is this place over here. Most of them, however, will have something about what the projects are going to be and have you rank order the projects or write a couple of sentences about each project that you would like. So in the project of interest block, list the projects you might be interested in, rank them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or write a couple of sentences the one on genomics looks most interesting because of this. The other project with where you'll use the mass spec, I really don't know how to use that machine, and I want to know all about that type of test. And then you're going to write when the applications are due, but also write when you're going to hear the results. They may say mid-May, April 12th, whatever they say, you put that there so you know when it's coming. And then somewhere, again, if you do a Word doc or a spreadsheet file, where's that website link, contact? Also, if they say there is another person's email that says contact, Nikki so-and-so, here is the email in case you have questions. Because again, if you get into 2 or 3 of these and you're like, oh goodness, I don't know if they have that. I don't know if this is there. I don't know if they provide this. It wasn't clear. You already have the information. When you hear, oh my gosh, I got into 5 of them, how do I pick? You can actually email the person because you've written all that information ahead of time. And then I make funny ways to help you sort of rank these programs, because again, you're not going to be there for your whole life. This is a summer. So this is your opportunity to try a part of the country where you've never been, or maybe an area of science that your university doesn't have, something like that. So I always make up silly acronyms. This one is RAMP because we're trying to get you there. What is the research area? So you're going to rank the school, the location. The other piece I would add on here, I forgot to write this on here, is I need you to write down what the stipend would be and what it would cover, and if there are any travel monies associated with each program, and keep that organized per each program so you know what you're getting yourself into. Everybody has a different budget. So if, say, you're only used to making $3,000 in the summer and this program far exceeds that, you're fine. What if the program exceeds that, but then you have to pay for housing or travel out of that? So you need to do the math on your own to kind of figure out which one of these is the best choice for you. So under the R, you're going to look at this program and you're going to say, okay, the research area, this is exactly what I want to do. We don't have that at my school. So this is my dream level awesome. So for research area, for this first program I found, that's a 5. The area of the country, oh, goodness gracious. I do not want to go there at all, really, but the program looks so good. So the area of country, it's actually okay. It's just really hot in that place. So it's okay. So I'm going to give it a 2 for the area of the country. However, the stipend for this is awesome. So not only do they give you blah, blah stipend, room and board is included, and they have a travel stipend. So the money for this program is really high. I'll put that back at a 5. But what is the potential? So what are you going to see when you're there? This is a really, really great program, but at a really small school in a really hot place. So the potential isn't that awesome. So there's only one program going on at the whole summer, only one program. There's only 10 of these extra, kids on this university. It's very small. So I'm probably not going to get to see a whole lot. So I guess it'll be good. I don't know, 3. And then you're going to average that score. But what about the next program that you have on your list? The research area is fine. I mean, it's okay. It's not like your top. It's something about genetics, not genomics. Or it's material science, but it's not like material science for this thing that you really want to do. So it's like a 4. It's great. It's great. It's great research. The area of the country is incredible. You've never been there. You want to go there. So that's a total 5. The money, however, is going to be a little bit tricky. It's okay. You can make it work, but they don't include housing or whatever. So you're going to have to figure that out of the stipend. The stipend's high, right? But the program, you got to pay for your own housing. That's going to be a little tough. That's a 2. But the potential, this is, first of all, it's in a cool area, but I already took care of that. What is the potential? This is an insane university. It is such a big place doing all this really cool stuff in the area that I'm interested in. If this is associated with my name and what else I'm going to see, it's literally attached to the veterinary school. So I'll be in this lab and I'll get to go see actual, sit in on maybe veterinary lectures maybe, or at least talk to the people, or it's beside the Center for Advanced whatever, and you can go and see talks at that place in the summer. And they also have 15 programs going on at the same time. So you're going to meet all kinds of students interested in all kinds of things from all over the country. So maybe you're willing to make that money trade-off, and that the research is okay because it's in this amazing place that you want to visit, and the potential is just endless. So this is, again, where you're going to spend a ton of time. You already spend a ton of time figuring out these programs on Pathways to Science, and now you have to spend this time organizing them. And the reason you're doing this is that when you ask me for a letter of recommendation, or somebody else, they can know exactly when they're all due, know exactly which ones, and you can give them your Excel file. Maybe just highlight program name, due date, and you don't have to give them all the other information, just so that they know there are going to be 20 coming. Here are the 20 schools. Maybe alphabetize it for them, or let them know when those order it by due dates, color code the spreadsheet. I've seen a lot of really awesome things. And what it helps me do is keep track of where the student is applying, and making sure I've put in those letters of recommendation, but also that I know if a due date's coming up and I haven't seen one from, say, University of Arkansas, and I know that that's on your list, I can look in my junk email or whatever, my spam email, and I've missed it because it was just my email didn't know that was coming. Okay, so again, this is a lot of time on here for you, but it's really going to get you ready when you start doing this for grad school. So again, these deadlines aren't as early as grad school. Most of them are mid-December at the first, the earliest through mid-March, but your favorite one may be mid-December, and you need to be ready to do this. So you need to be really looking at these programs and getting this organized as soon as possible.